Okay, it sounds like we're ready. This is the Common Council meeting to be held Tuesday, January 20th, 2026 at 7 p.m. The meeting is called to order. Would you please call the roll?
Alderperson Juzwicki,
Present.
Alderperson Bailey,
Present.
Alderperson Kastner,
Present.
Alderperson Sarian,
Present.
Alderperson Akers.
Present.
Just before we start, I apologize for not wearing my best sweatshirt, but I was really cold today, and this is my warmest sweatshirt. Item B is opening prayer. We have Pastor Vic here this evening.
Good evening. Thank you. Let's pray. Dear God, we thank you for this evening. We thank you for an opportunity to conduct city business. Pray that you help us to make wise decisions, have good conversation. Pray for our emergency responders, police and fire and other EMS. Keep them safe as they protect our city. Pray for our residents as we battle cold January temperatures. Keep us safe and warm. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you. Would you please stand and join me as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item D, would someone make a motion? Is there a motion to approve the January 6, 20?
Would like to make that motion to approve the January 6, 2026 council minutes.
Motion by Alderperson Bailey. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Sarian. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Under Mayor's report this evening, I really don't have one other than stay warm. The next few days are supposed to be incredibly cold. And at the next meeting, Jane, our city planner, is going to present us with the planning and economic development in review for 2025. So, all right. Does that sound good? You got? Yeah. All right. Good.
Did you hear that?
Under aldermanic reports, I'm guessing that there is a tree commission report.
Yes, I know you're looking forward to that.
That's why I came.
report.
All right.
I'd just like to say that the city has started to develop a community canopy program. 90 trees have been given to private residents to put in their yards. And the trees came from MMST, Sweetwater, and Big Plants. So that's a grant that we received, 90 trees for private residences. Also, in addition to that, we have offered a tree to be planted in our city right away to any resident that is interested.
Great. Thank you.
I have a question. The trees that are planted on the resident's property, are the city responsible for maintaining them?
No.
They're a
No.
gift.
No. So when they have their things at the farmers market or their forestry fest or pollinator events, MMSD and Sweetwater provide trees that are probably 3/4 of an inch to an inch in diameter. They're usually alder or tamarack or I'm not sure what the other ones are. So they're not 10, 12-foot trees or anything like that. And the city bears no future responsibility for their planting.
And he's got a pamphlet where when we do give a city resident a tree for their front yard, there's a pamphlet, he said you have to take care of it. Don't weed string get too close to the base, and you have to water it. So
Right.
they have
Right.
some obligation to take care of that tree, because we lose quite a few trees that we plant, basically because of the
Those in the right of
weed
way.
string.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The
Yes.
string weed
Yep.
eater.
Yep. Okay, any other stuff?
Keep your
Okay. Any announcements from anybody?
ears away.
Citizen commentary. Has anybody registered to speak? No. Public hearings. Item I-1 is a public hearing on a special use permit for Black Line Limousines, a proposed limousine services business located at 3442 South 108th Street, submitted by Michael Skemp, doing business as Black Line Limousines. This is to approve a resolution for the special use permit, as well as approve a site plan review for the building that it will be in.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So as you guys may recall, a few weeks ago, we approved an amendment to the planned unit development district where this is located that allows for limousine services to be a special use. So this use is now considered a special use in this zoning district. They have been operating there since January of last year. They occupy a portion of the commercial building located there. They have 5 full-time employees and 25 part-time employees. It's primarily used for office and vehicle storage. The hours of operation are 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. No issues were found back in January of last year, and the site has remained in very good condition. No new issues were found. Parking requirements, 71 are required, 100 are provided. You do not need to provide a waiver on that. Plan Commission recommended approval on December 9th. We have received no letters of support or objection to date.
See you're them, aren't you? Are you them? Is he here? You're him. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, there is a representative in the event that there are any questions. Is there anyone that would like to speak for or against or informational purposes concerning this item? Is there anyone that would like to speak for or against or for informational purposes concerning this item?
Make a motion to close the public hearing.
By Alderperson Kastner, is there a second by Alderperson Bailey? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Do we need to do them separately? I always forget.
It would be to approve a
Approve
resolution.
the resolution as well as approve the site plan.
Review, right?
Make that motion.
Okay, as presented and with incorporating staff comments like always. Motion was made by Alderperson Kastner, second by Alderperson Bailey. Would you please call?
Alderperson Juzwicki,
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey,
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner,
Aye.
Alderperson Sarian,
Aye.
Alderperson Akers,
Aye.
Item I2 is a public hearing on a special use permit for NRG Adventure Park, a proposed indoor amusement park located at 5070 South 74th Street, submitted by Jay Johnson and D. Schultz, doing business as Excel Engineering. This is to approve the resolution for the special use permit, as well as approve the site plan.
So Energy Adventure Park, they're going into the old Smart Buy furniture and mattresses. They are going to take up the entire space, which is approximately 49,000 square feet. The property is zoned PUD, so this is a special use. They will have 5 full-time and 75 part-time employees. They're an indoor trampoline and amusement park, similar but a little bit different to Sky Zone if you're more familiar with that here in the city already. The hours of operation are listed on the slide there. Site review, we reviewed it in July of 2023 when Plato's Closet came to that, into a portion of that multi-tenant building. No new issues were found. The site remains to be in very good condition, if not better than it was in 23. Parking requirements, 244 are required, 114 are provided. There is additional parking to the north of the site within the overall site, but 114 rather are in front of that portion of the building, but council may waive the shortage. Just know that there is parking available. It's just you'll have to walk a little bit farther to get there. Plan Commission recommended approval on December 9th. We have not received any letters of support or objection to date. One thing to note is that as an overall use, the police department did have some security concerns. Sky Zone gets a lot of calls. There were 41 calls through 2025 and 76 calls through 2024. Energy has agreed to provide on-site security and will have 60 cameras both inside and outside, or throughout, inside and outside the building.
Is there anyone that would like to speak for, against, or informational purposes concerning this item? Anyone that would like to speak for, against, or informational purposes concerning this item? Is there a motion to close the public hearing? Hearing none.
Motion to close.
By Alderperson Akers, or second? Second by Alderperson Bailey. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. So Alderperson Kastner sits on the Planning Commission with I. The biggest concern about the use, the operators seemed professional. They do, are they here? Here,
Yeah,
back
one of
there? Oh, that guy, that's not the professional guy I saw. He looks pretty unprofessional.
He was
Are you?
dressed better.
Really? All right.
Yeah.
No, but the biggest concern for us is the calls for service at Sky Zone, which they are addressing and have been actively addressing. But these folks seem to have their act together with regard to a security plan. It's critical for us, and that was critical as part of the approval of the special use, that security plan isn't something that's just on paper, but is vibrant and is actually carried through with. They seem to suggest to us at the last meeting that it was important for them too to have a safe place and environment for their visitors. So,
What were most of the calls at Sky Zone, do you know?
no.
Fights or,
There
First
were,
aid calls
there
or-
were,
I
there
think
were,
fights.
there have been fights, there have been, parents, I don't know how to describe it, that have been disorderly. There have been, I think, 2 actual, discharging of weapons. One on, I think, 2 on 76th Street, 1 in the parking lot, I think, and 1 on 76th Street, not last year, but previously. So, it had been a problem. Control, I think, is, it sort of, it can't be like a bouncy house without much control where everybody just gets to go in and bounce around and there isn't some semblance of order or rule or something. And I think Sky Zone is tried very hard to address that. That's the biggest concern. The reality is there isn't anybody here to object. It's a special use. That they've met all the conditions, I think, of the special use. And
They assured us that they'd keep a close eye on their patrons that would not get out of hand.
and they will have security there?
yeah, they'll have security, and I think up to 60 cameras, basically covering every square inch of the place.
And Sky Zone did not have that? Or
Sky
did
Zone, I don't recall when Sky Zone was approved that they actually had, as part of a condition of their special use, on-site security, and I'm not sure that they had the agreement to have such a robust video system. So that was incorporated here, right? Sometimes you learn, when Sky Zone went in, I don't think anybody expected the kind of things that ultimately happened there. So,
Yeah, I understand, but did they have the security system
I don't know.
later? Oh, we don't know,
I don't know, I didn't ask.
'cause, okay.
Can I ask a question on that?
Uh-huh. Can you come up to, so if you're here to speak on this item, can you go up to the microphone? You have to identify yourself and,
We did close it, but
My name is Julia Stemmel, and my question on this is, now we live right off of 72nd Street. So it's kind of behind the building. Do you know if there was any issues with any spillover, I guess, from Sky Zone to other businesses in the area that would maybe
so,
affect us?
and I'm giving you anecdotal evidence, and maybe we should reopen the public hearing, or we can take, this is a record, so, all of the information I've heard with Sky Zone typically is in their parking lot
Okay.
along 76th Street. It hasn't spilled over into beyond 74th Street to all of that. Oftentimes it's parents or relatives fighting with each other in the parking lot over something like, right?
Protective moms,
Yeah.
whatever, fathers.
Stolen cell phones and stuff inside the place.
Okay.
I mean, so,
I'm just asking
No,
because we've had, I've had people taken down in my backyard from the mall, so,
right.
Did you give your address?
no.
Could you give your address for the record, please?
7119 West Vogel Avenue.
Local behind, right behind, yeah.
I've had people taken down in my front yard from Dan Jansen Fest.
Yeah, she lives on Layton Avenue.
They've tased them in my front yard.
Yeah,
So, I mean, in the event that there is spillover, or in the event that there's mayhem or anything, I urge you to immediately contact the police. And you can contact me,
Or me.
or your alderperson Bailey,
okay.
okay?
Just
Yeah, no,
You know.
totally understand. I mean,
a concern.
that was a big concern at the planning commission as well,
Okay.
all right?
All right,
Huge.
thanks.
Okay, thank you. Does the council wish to take any action?
I'll make a motion to approve both items as presented.
With the caveat that there is security and that an active, safety plan is in place that's adhered to, okay?
I'll
right?
reiterate that as well. I mean, it was in planning, so.
Okay. Motion by Alderperson Kastner, is there a second? Was there a second? Alderperson Bailey, would you please call?
Alderperson Drizwicki,
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey,
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner,
Aye.
Alderperson Sarian.
Aye.
Alderperson Akers.
Aye.
Okay, item I3 is a public hearing on a special use permit for Faranzana Home Care proposed service for the elderly and persons with disability located at 3420 West Howard, submitted by Asha Dula Larson. This is to approve the resolution and the special use review.
During the Plan Commission meeting, the applicant explained a little bit more about their business and that it's just an office use, so it's not for services for the elderly and persons with disabilities. It's just an office at the site. Because it is just an office, a special use permit is not required. Their full occupancy permit has already been issued. Plan Commission recommended denial at that meeting because they recommended denial, and their only recommending body, it has to come to you guys as well. Staff recommends denial as well because it's not needed.
So that sounds a little strange while the public hearing is on. So by the nature and the category that was chosen for the use, home care, it would have been a special use. The reality is it's basically just an office that administers home care elsewhere.
I'll make a motion. I don't
We
often
gotta,
do
we gotta
this.
Okay,
close the.
does anyone want to
because
speak
it's
for or
not
against
needed.
informational purposes concerning this non-item?
The business is, yeah.
Does anyone want to speak for or against informational purposes concerning this public hearing? Or the item on the public hearing? Hearing none.
Motion to close.
By
Second.
Alderperson Akers, seconded by Alderperson
Kastner.
Kastner, I think. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. I guess the action is to deny the special use as no action is required because it's not a special use. And hence, there's no need to approve the site plan review.
Motion to deny.
Motion to deny by Alderperson. Second by Alderperson Drizwicki. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. There aren't many items that come before you that are so easy to deny.
No,
Just want you
You
to
know,
know.
it would appear that we're denying the
we're not
place,
denying the
but,
business though.
yeah, but
And it'll probably be on.
it seems like there should be something else instead of denying, but whatever.
We
Yeah.
unearthed it at planning commission. It was too late to do it.
Oh,
You could accept it, approve it. If you want.
yeah. Makes more sense.
All right,
but
J, old business. I don't have any
Just do nothing.
just
thing
do
under
nothing.
item 1A. Under item J1, I'm so used to saying it. So I can't say I'd entertain a motion to approve because I can't say that. Is there a desire to approve the ordinance under item 2 to amend section 21.06.0202, parent capital G of the municipal code pertaining to commercial parking restrictions? This was held over after the last month because there were some clarifications. Is there anyone that would like to bring forward that motion to approve?
With respect with the clarifications, I'd like to make a motion to approve and adopt.
Motion by Alderperson Drizwicki. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Akers. Any discussion? Would you please
So
call?
what,
Go
so
ahead.
what it ended up being? Not allowing trailers.
There was a clarification within part of it. So talk to Attorney Gary about it, and there's just a slight clarification on one line about the trucks. So it addressed the concern that was brought up, and that has been further specified within the ordinance itself.
So we have appropriate tonnage now, and we're also specifying generally that something like a semi-truck or well beyond 4 tons isn't supposed to be parked anywhere in residence at all.
So previously in the code, as I understand it, there was gross vehicle weight
Yeah.
and licensing things, and some trucks were appropriate and some weren't. The last rendition kind of didn't deal with that the way that it historically been dealt with, and there needed to be some mirroring of that to make it make sense and to
All
be
right.
enforceable.
I'm clear.
That being said, I noticed a call today from someone who complained about somebody parking 3 commercial asphalt trailers or dump trailers on Cold Spring, a block and a half away.
Yep.
Just, did you
Nope,
get that
I
call
get
too?
the same call, yes,
Somebody-
same house.
So those are the kinds of situations I think that, okay, motion was made, seconded, would you call?
Alderperson Juzwicki,
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey.
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner.
Aye.
Alderperson Sarian.
Aye.
Alderperson Akers.
Aye.
Okay, going to K new business. Item 1 is a claim received from Danielle Sanabria.
Was referred to our city attorney.
Item K2 is a summons and verified petition for inverse condemnation and complaint received from Axley LLP on behalf of Patrick LaSousa and Mary Payne.
This was referred to the city's legal counsel.
Item 3 is summons and complaint received from attorneys Julius Andriusis and Richard Sternhagen of Andriusis Law Firm on behalf of Thomas and Ramona Mallets.
This was referred to the city's legal counsel.
Items
4.
K4, approve applications for 2025, 2026 operator licenses, contingent on
Motion to approve.
compliance. Motion by Alderperson Akers, second by Alderperson Bailey, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item K5, adopt a resolution appointing additional election inspectors for 2026 and 2027.
I move for approval.
Motion to approve by Alderperson
Second.
Sarian, second by Alderperson Akers, all in favor. Got a vote on that? Could you-
Alderperson Juzwicki,
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey.
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner.
Aye.
Alderperson Sarian.
Aye.
Alderperson Akers.
Aye.
Item 6 is approve an application for a 2025, 2026 combination Class B fermented malt beverage and liquor retailer's license for Shots and Tequila Sports Bar for the property located at 5175 South 27th Street. Entertain a motion to approve, consistent with the application.
Motion to approve.
By Alderperson Kastner, is there a second?
Second.
And by Alderperson Bailey, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Item 7 is for the same business, 2025, 2026 entertainment license. Is there a motion to approve that application?
I move for approval.
Motion by Alderperson Sarian, is there a second? Second by Alderperson Bailey, all in favor?
Aye.
Question?
Sure.
It's not outside, because it says outdoor NA. I'm assuming there's not music
Correct.
outside. Okay.
Right.
All right.
So the business, as I understand it, has a new operator or
Yes.
it's not an owner, it's an operator, I think, right, that leases the place. The previous owner had made some significant improvements to the property and expanded the scope of the use of the property beyond what was originally improved. This applicant is, or operator is doing it the way it was supposed to be done. Does that make sense? Is that right? Yep.
They may come back, though, at
Maybe.
the outside. At a future date.
I think there's a patio in the back, but I think there's more restrictions than the structure that was built without anyone knowing it. Does that make sense?
That's what happened.
Motion was made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Items 8, 9, and 10 are outdoors. Well, let's just go through them. 8 is a temporary Class B retailer's license from Harley's Owner Group for the Kickstart, an indoor event called Kickstart the Season on February 21st from 9 to 5. Entertain it. Is there a motion to approve that
I'll
application?
make a motion to approve the item K8.
Yep, by Alderperson Kastner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Sarian, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 9 is an outdoor special event application for Harley Support the Troops Ride on May 16th.
Might as well put the 10th and the number 10. That's the next day.
And we'll do 10th too. How about if we combine 9 and 10? Because that's also an outdoor event for Pet Fest on the following day, so the 16th and 17th of May. Entertain is there a motion to approve these two
I'll make a
applications?
motion to approve K9 and 10. Ha!
Or
K10.
9 and 10, 9 and 10, yep.
K9
By
is the wrong one.
Kastner, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Driswicky, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Item 11 is discussion decision to apply for Milwaukee County Department of Transportation special event permit for the House of Harley event to be located at 6221 West Layton Avenue from July 28th to July 13th. Just before we get into, is anybody here from House of Harley for that? Before we get into that one, Layton Avenue is expected to be under construction then and could be closed completely to traffic. So what that permit looks like, do we know what that permit is anticipated to look like that they want?
So the construction is going to be done the north, the north side is going to be constructed first. And then when they get finished with the north side, they're going to take a week off, and that's going to be when the Harley Festival is, and that'll be on the south side, and they'll be able to park motorcycles on the north side. And then after the Harley Festival's done, they'll close the south side and do that part of the road. So they're doing it at north side first, south side second, and they're timing it so that it doesn't interfere with this, but it does mean that I believe the road will be closed. I think that's what they applied for.
I mean, it's their permit. I mean, the only reluctance is that we just lived through Forest Home, which was supposed to be done in November, right?
Mm-hmm.
And seemingly although this one's ours,
This is our project, so it'll be done.
so what if it's not?
If one half won't be done?
Yeah.
So we have the project scheduled so that we have a little extra time. So maybe we'll get done a little early rather than late. I mean, unless it was torrential downpours for weeks on end, but it's historically not the case.
Can I ask a question? You said they're gonna do one side at a time, does that mean then, when they do the north side, there's only gonna be traffic then going eastbound?
No, they're
Is
gonna
it
they're gonna do a,
They're gonna switch traffic over and,
Is there two-lane traffic when they close one side?
yeah, the intent is to have two-lane traffic. No, I can't remember.
Traffic in both directions.
I can't remember.
I mean, and I'm not.
We looked at both options. I don't remember.
Either we're gonna have traffic in both directions, or gonna detour around it,
Yeah.
one way or another.
But either way, yeah. You detour half.
It'll hopefully get done faster than Forest Home.
Yeah, and again, that's our project, and we right-sized it. The DOT's Forest Home project was not right-sized. It's too big to get done in a season. They bit off more than they can chew. We know better than that, so.
All right. Actually understood.
But it is a big project, a very big project.
can I just say that I have residents that live in the apartments that are greatly affected by this, and being as that she's handicapped and I think she's blind, she can't get any caregivers to come to her house during Harley Fest when we shut down the road. So it makes her life extremely difficult, as well as other residents. But I heard from her, and that's not good, that she can't get her caregivers to come to her home during this time because they refuse to.
So what has she done in the past?
She's been stuck in her house. She can't leave. And she can't get caregivers to come to her for anything, so she has to
They get
stock up
paid a
and,
lot, too, actually, to get
and
This doesn't seem right.
So it appears that there's a plan in place, and I have not looked at, I'm sorry, I didn't look at that closer, but that there is a gap when the road could be closed for a week. Likely, it's going to be open in one direction or both directions before and after this. I think it's only one direction. I don't think that we're going to split the traffic.
I think you're right. I believe it's one direction. I'm not sure, but I believe it's one direction because there's not enough room to do two.
I wonder, Pam, do you think that the House of Harley could talk with this lady and help her to solve the problem that she's had?
I don't know if they can or not. I mean, it's her caregivers that won't come, so I don't know what Harley can do to accommodate that.
Maybe they can personally deliver the caregiver to the, I mean, I'm not,
Get Harley out there for the care.
right? So,
What,
if you could forward that information on, we can look at someone to maybe reach out to try to get that accomplished.
Okay.
if you can get that, they can get that.
Our police department social worker, too. Our social worker in the police department.
Yeah.
Fire department, yep. Does the council wish to take any action?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Alderperson Kastner, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Alderperson Druzwicki. You want to call on this?
Alderperson Druzwicki,
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey,
No.
Alderperson Kastner,
Aye.
Alderperson Sarian,
Aye.
Alderperson Akers,
No.
Okay, it passes 3-2. And if you could maybe pass along to everybody kind of what the schedule is going to be, Jeff, that'd be great, and what the plans are. If they were in there.
It'd really be bad if they can't make it to the person's house during the entire construction, because that seems to be the biggest problem. That could be the whole summer.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe we shouldn't fix the road.
Okay, so there's so items 12, 13, 14, and 15 were all at the last planning commission meeting. Does anybody want to take any of them separately?
No.
I'd entertain them.
I'll make a motion to approve all items as presented.
Okay, item 12 is a special use review and site plan for Kava. Item 13 is a special use review and site review for a operational change at Romero's Restaurant on 76th Street. Item 14 is approving, I think we may have to take that one separately because it's a CSM. Was there a second? No, there was no second, right?
just Kastner has a motion.
Okay, how about this? How about if we take item 14 first, because it's approving a certified survey map for a proposed land combination and lot line adjustments submitted by Tom Strome, doing business as Lakeway Partners, and Werner Brisky, doing business as Partners and Design Architects,
I will make that motion.
to approve the CSM by
Approve
Alderperson
the CSM.
Kastner. Okay, is there a second on that?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Druzwicki. Would you please call?
Alderperson Druzwicki,
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey,
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner,
Aye.
Alderperson Sarian,
Aye.
Alderperson Akers,
Aye.
Okay, so the next motion would be to approve item 12, which is a special use review and site plan review for Kava at 84 South. 13 is a special use review and site review for proposed change of operations at Romero's Restaurant. And 15 is to approve the site landscaping and architectural plan for Loomis Crossing at Loomis Crossing. Was that the motion?
Was 15 added today or something?
No.
No.
Oh, that was on there?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was at the last, all four of those items were at the planning commission meeting last week.
I'll make a motion to approve
Motion by
12, 13,
Alderperson
15,
Kastner, is there?
as presented with the caveats as drawn out.
Second.
Motion by Alderperson Kastner, second by Alderperson
Akers.
Akers. Just quickly under discussion with regard to item 15, there was talk of a pylon sign potentially along the freeway or along Loomis. While it hasn't been presented yet, it would be something in scope and similar to 84 South, something of architectural significance and design. I just wanted to bring that up because I think that's likely coming back in the future through this sign process, right? In the event that the applicant and the developer and all that want to do that kind of stuff.
Well, and we're uncertain too with the noise wall, if that's gonna go there, so it might need to be going higher.
So
There's
noise
that
wall
along.
should be on the other side,
Yeah,
Well, that's, yeah, okay.
so when
but it
we're,
may be going on this side
Right.
but further to the east, right? Or it may be going on Dryer, it might be going on 76 and 890, we don't know where it's going. Or if- right?
Regardless of that, the only outstanding issue I have on that is that the fencing itself to the east of the property that meets up with the residential section, at least for that subdivision, whatever they're intending on putting up as fencing or whatever else, it's going to have some sort of sound mitigation that's legitimate. Right now, I think it's just a shadow box fence, and I don't think that's going to work, but.
So I think it's an 8-foot, pretty heavy-duty commercial fence.
Yeah, if they
And I
modify it,
think
then-
that the residents, when they had their neighborhood meeting, and if I'm wrong, somebody please correct me, but there was the removal of the forest, the stuff that had grown up in there over the course of time,
Yep.
and the replacement with heavier, sturdier stock.
Okay.
So I think that does that,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
Okay. All right, motion was made, seconded. All in favor?
Oh, under discussion, I guess, I really didn't read the Plan Commission's minutes. And if there's anything new, I'd like to hear about what's happening with item 15. I'm just interested in what Loomis Crossing Technology Park is. Just a summary? As long as all of you guys are here tonight, I figured you might as well.
Okay, so can we take item 15 separately? Can
would
we remove
probably
item
be a better way.
15 from the motion?
I would, yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the item is to approve items 12 and 13. Is that right? Would you please call?
Alderperson Driswicky.
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey.
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner.
Aye.
Alderperson Zarian.
Aye.
Alderperson Akers.
Aye.
Do you have some stuff? Okay. Okay, item 15 is approve a site landscaping and architectural plan for Loomis Crossing Technology Park,
Wow, it looks really fancy. Oh,
a new industrial and flex development to be located at 3991, 4001, 4047, and 4061 West Loomis Road, submitted by Tom Strong and Werner Bruschi. So this is
Make a motion to approve so we can discuss it.
motion by Alderperson Kastner. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Driswicky. Okay. So I can talk about it, or they can talk about it, or
Gina can talk about it, at
and they
least
can talk
start.
about it. So why don't you pretend that this was at the planning commission meeting and kind of,
All right, so what we're looking at here is the former Park and Ride site. So per the site, or the CSM that was just approved, there is a little bit of a reconfiguration of it, and what we're looking at is the construction of 3 buildings, Building A, B, and C. Building A is over here on the north side, and then Building B is in the middle. Building C faces the freeway. Building A and C will be built at the same time, and Building B, which is the middle one, will come later. Overall, there's 403 parking stalls throughout the entire site. It's just broken down there, so you can just see that when Building C gets built, when Building B gets built, 59 stalls will come in at that time. We talked a lot about the access and circulation there, but just going more into the overall buildings and the site plan and things of that nature. So the buildings do have architectural quality that faces outwards. So the pretty sides of the building do face out, with the loading docks facing the inside of the site. All 3 buildings do receive a very similar treatment to one another, but the size of them makes them appear a little bit different. There's also a little bit difference in the height of them as well. What we're looking at here with Building A, from where the rendering would be taken, you'd be standing on Loomis. So this would be Loomis looking in. Building B, this is the phase 2, that's that middle building. This would be as you are driving from Loomis into the site, that's the rendering direction that we're looking at here. And then Building C, this is if you would be kind of standing on the west side of the site, but with the freeway immediately behind you. So this is what will be facing the freeway of the building. Let me just go back to this one. Architectural plans, the top part talks a little bit about the materials that are used. As we mentioned, or I mentioned, they're very nice looking buildings, which we appreciate them taking the time to make them look quality. The buildings are quite large. 122,000, 33,000, and 87,000 square feet. One of the really important things that I've brought up is that this is a building type that we don't have here in the city, which means that we're going to be able to bring in businesses that we haven't had the opportunity to at this point because we don't have anything of this scale here in the city. So the types of businesses that we could potentially bring in are a little bit different. Likewise Partners essentially builds the buildings and then tenants will come later. So we don't know who's coming yet. This does talk a little bit about garbage and recycling and HVAC. Garbage and recycling, it's all going to be inside the buildings. Likewise, as they have done this around the country and such, they said that that's kind of what their tenants do. They like to have their garbage inside, so they won't have any dumpster enclosures on site, though they do understand if they ever bring dumpsters outside, that enclosures are required. HVAC, again, earlier we talked about learning from issues of the past and having it inform things in the present. They have agreed to, if in the case that there is ever a noisy HVAC unit on the roof of the building, that they will add screening to it so as it will not impact the neighborhood immediately adjacent to the property. On the east side of the property, there is going to be an 8-foot solid fence. There's also landscaping that is being proposed throughout the site. We got the feedback from the forester yesterday on that, so that is also happening.
Can you go back to the drive? Might as well just get
Sorry, which one?
more backwards. So
Oh, you do? Okay. Oh, sorry.
No.
Sorry.
That one. Okay. So this is the access to Loomis. Fin and Feather is across the street on the upper right there. The plan that is being approved is a T at that intersection. One thing that, and I don't know, you can't really zoom in on it. Maybe you can see it. There's no sidewalk in front of the Fin and Feather, but there's sidewalk has been required when Educators Credit Union went in, when they bought the American Soda Water site. And there was sidewalk required to the south at the, I think it's the Reese Auto Center. Yep, see that? So as part of this project, and can you point where, essentially there is where the intersection will be, a signalized intersection. That intersection is about 1,000 feet from 43rd Street, and it's about 1,000 feet from Cold Spring, almost directly in the middle, which is optimum for placement of a traffic signal. Where that pointer is essentially where that intersection will be. There had been a lot of, and this was all discussed at the Planning Commission meeting in great depth. There's been a lot of trying to get coordination with the Fin and Feather to determine what works best for them. At this point, the T was the last, I think, reasonable solution to get the intersection in. They I think objected to having a cross where the intersection would actually go into their parking lot. As part of this approval, we're approving the T. We're approving.
Don't we have 30 days or 20 days now?
We have, I think, up 30 days or something. We have until the DOT says that we can't do it anymore, and plans
We're
need to,
approving
they need to get
potentially the
plans
other
to
way.
the state. Did we set a date?
Friday, February 27th was the date
February
selected.
27th is the final date. Sorry, I forgot.
So
So,
potentially could be an X if that's
so
what
there,
the desire
so there's
of
there's
Fin
the
and-
potential to continue to work with Fin and Feather to see whether they want a cross or a T. The plans as approved are with the T. They include the installation of the sidewalk. Typically, the sidewalk is the responsibility of the property owner. As part of this project, all work within the right-of-way, including the sidewalk, is the responsibility of this developer, which is saving the Fin and Feather some probably significant money. If a T goes in, you will note that it would require a cross-access agreement with Reese Auto to the south and an entrance there. You see that entrance right there. The developers to work with that to make that as part of the plan. I mean, to make it work. if a T went in, or a cross went in, sorry, I screw up the T's and the crosses. If a cross went in and there was access directly into the Fin and Feather parking lot, that southern access may not be required, and it may not interfere with the parking on the site as much. So there's until February 27th before all of these plans the plan needs to be created, and there's enough latitude with staff and the developer and working with Fin and Feather to see if that can be changed. Is that a fair summation?
That is exactly.
Does that sound right? Oh, good. So that's really the only outstanding issue, if there is an issue.
And when is if we approve this tonight, when would this change occur?
So I can have someone maybe from Cobalt explain when this change would occur in the future, like when are they gonna start building it and
I'm like, yeah, is it like a
when are they
year or
gonna,
two?
when are they gonna, they're not gonna do it during Harley. I don't know. That was a joke.
Why not?
No, but, so it
I
can.
think the buildings will go up
It can
first
take
and then
3
the
or
road.
4 or 5 months before the DOT formally approves everything.
Yeah, good evening, Scott Yauk with Cobalt Partners. We did go out to our, traffic engineers and consultants. Two different opinions. Some say, some of the DOT turnaround is 2 to 3 weeks. Some say it's up to 45 or 60 days. It's been later, more recently, that we've been seeing. So right now, the timeline, worst case is probably like October for final approvals from DOT. So we can't start until then. It may be a month or two sooner than that. If we get late into the season, then that construction would have to push into spring, but we're hopeful we could do it in fall.
With regard to work on the site itself? with
Oh,
the
yeah, I
construction-
was talking about
Yeah.
the
No, I
work in
What I was
in
asking about,
Loomis,
yeah.
right, yeah.
So the buildings themselves, what is the generally site work, all of
Late
that?
second quarter, Tom, right? Yeah, summer, early summer,
Is when site grading would.
correct.
Is site grading is earth movement and all sorts of stuff gonna happen in spring, or is it like not until June or July?
I mean, I think we'd say second quarter. Yeah,
So April, May, just generally, right? May, April, May.
How long?
Yeah, they
yeah,
just
it
keep
feels
moving-
just like that. The ground's
moving
gonna
it
have to
back
thaw
and
out,
forth.
but,
Okay.
okay.
Do you have any
other
questions?
So what type of businesses do you hope will?
Tom, you want to
will
talk, I want
attract-
to let Tom talk about some of that. We're partnered with them, but these guys are kind of the front line and all that, so he's better able to answer those.
Hi, good evening. Tom Strom with Likewise Partners. So I forget who.
Alderperson Sarian on the very end asked what kind of businesses.
Businesses, as Gina mentioned, we're really excited to bring a different asset class to the city. A lot of jobs producing uses. So ranging from light manufacturing, so you won't see the big bulk distribution warehouses. These buildings are only 24-foot clear height, instead of up to 32 or higher clear heights, which usually big distribution centers. That's not these. So likely higher finish, some light manufacturing, tech companies. You might see some HVAC companies, right? You might see some, I think in the smaller building up along the interstate there, we kind of see that building being, somewhere between 3 and 5 tenants. So you might have a granite countertop business in one of them, for example, or a HVAC company, like we said. So jobs producing companies that either aren't here because there's not space for them, but nothing big bulk distribution warehouses, but more light manufacturing, some tech companies, stuff like that.
So there was concern early on, well, this is just really Amazon coming in and building 3 buildings, and that's what this is all about. So this isn't an Amazon warehousing distribution company in any way, shape, or form. There was also a lot of discussion early on. It's like, oh, when you say industrial, with cranes and big trucks and all this stuff. So these buildings are more like higher ceilinged office buildings, as opposed to big bays with overhead cranes and that kind of stuff. So you won't see those kinds of activities.
And it's not a data center, right?
And it's not a data center yet, but I've been told that they're putting footings in the event that it could be. It's not a data
Can't
center.
make a little
I made that up.
Can't make a
so.
little motel in there, huh?
So we actually did a hotel, we did a hotel study for this site with, and that person also did a hotel study for 84 South. It was, in essence, 84 South had, it was the first positive hotel study that I think the city's had. With regard to this site, there was talk about that it's not quite there yet. There isn't the stuff around it to support it, which is
skate
light
park.
industry and all the kinds of things that we're trying to put in
Not
here.
even our skate park?
Huh?
Our skate park isn't going to attract,
Well, our skate
Guests
park doesn't
from
even
all
have,
over the-
it doesn't even have a parking lot or bathrooms, so.
they could use a hotel parking lot.
So what the hotel study consultant basically said is that it's not ripe and ready yet for a hotel, but if some of the things that are planned, like the skateboard park and like the industrial uses, light industrial uses here, where sometimes they're training, it depends on who uses it, right? If they're all heating and air conditioning guys, then it's not gonna probably get a hotel.
Gals too.
Huh?
There's some gals.
Gals too. Actually, there was,
I went to school
true.
for it.
did you?
Yeah.
You just put a new furnace in, could you have done it?
No.
Okay, I was just curious. I'm always looking for a bargain, so if I could have got, no,
I
but,
just-
so, the point is that if you were to drive through that area right now, while there have been significant changes, right, that are positive, the multifamily on the south side of the highway, with the third building beginning this year, that should really dramatically change.
Or-
That should dramatically change the I don't know, the aura of the place. With, even with the old George Webb restaurant, a vacant restaurant across the street, there's talk about someone trying to seek to lease the place and improve it for a restaurant there. There's been talk about the Greenfield Coin Exchange building, which has been vacant and is probably the most talked about building in the city. There's a national franchise that's looking at that site, right?
Please,
So, at the Greenfield,
please.
the Coin Exchange, or formerly known as the Greenfield Coin Exchange. So, it's not there yet to have the drivers within the hotel, I don't know, universe. But with some of the positive changes, including this one most dramatically, it does create that opportunity. Does that make sense? We tried. And if you don't have a positive hotel study, then you can't get the financing, which is a problem. So.
I
that-
think this would be a good asset for the city.
I think so too. Okay? So, that being said, does anybody else have any other questions?
No.
Okay. There's a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Items 16, 17, and 18 are the Finance Committee items for mileage, disbursements, and investments and reinvestments. Entertain a motion to approve, or is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
By Alderperson Bailey, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderperson Kastner. Would you call?
Alderperson Drewzwicki.
Aye.
Alderperson Bailey.
Aye.
Alderperson Kastner.
Aye.
Alderperson Sarian.
Aye.
Alderperson Akers.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming. I'm sorry we didn't, do you guys want to say anything while you're here? No?
I said enough, right?
All right. Item L, any items for future agenda? Okay, M, is there a motion? I gotta break that
Motion
down.
to
Is there a
adjourn.
motion to adjourn?
There is
by
a
Alderperson
motion to
Akers,
adjourn.
Second by Alderperson Drewzwicki, all in favor?
Aye.
All
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries. Thank, if you could turn off your mics, that would be.